What's up, guys, and welcome back to Architect Life. We are back here for our second project, and let's see what we can do. So we did get a perk point that I invested in this. Skilled Negotiator, the cost of all contractors is 10% lower. I think that's going to be a big deal. We can get higher quality work, but also potentially turn a profit because we did lose $3,000 on our first one. So we need to be careful. Obviously, I want to put everything we can and make it super epic, but at the same time, as an architect or, more of like a GC is kind of the role we're in here. We need to make sure that it's making sense in the budget. Otherwise, we're going to run out of money. I've only got $97,000 right now. So we want to look out for the customer, but we don't want to get too crazy with it. Now, I accidentally, let me click restart here so we can see what we're working with. We had a couple of options to choose from. We've got Cachon Lis, the Old Rock, or Les Pinsons, and we're going to be going with Les Pinsons. This is the lowest budget out of everything. I just kind of want to start slow and work our way up, and as we get more money, we can build more epic things like the Old Rock here. This is a retired couple that wants a chalet in the Alps, so it'd be kind of cool to have some extra budget for that. So Les Pinsons, here we go. We got a promotion moving to the city, and we're going to see what we can build for this family. So we need a parent's bedroom, children's bedroom, bathroom, living room, office, kitchen, washroom, and exterior. Got a $120,000 budget. Estimated contractor cost is $47K, so we are going to save a little bit of money there, thankfully. Estimated profit should be around $72,000, so we really need to be a little bit more careful about that. The first one, we kind of just did whatever we thought looked good, and we spared no expense. Obviously, as a professional, that's not exactly what we want here. So let's start. We want 1,130 square feet. I think I'm going to build the house mainly in this square thing here, and this can kind of be a garden or a yard over here because you're not going to want the weird angles, you know what I mean? So we're going to go probably with something like this. I have no idea how. That's going to be 1,400 square feet, so we're already a little bit over. I also want kind of a backyard in the back there. So what if we went... This might be too big. 1320. Yeah, hold on. Can I take individual pieces out there? There you go. Let's take this guy. We're going to go kind of to where it starts to angle there and then come down, and that should be pretty close. 1260, so we can give them a little bit of extra square footage. I'm not upset about that. So yeah, we're gonna have like a nice garden area over here. I do think we've got a playhouse that we can put out there for the kid. We've got kind of an outdoor back patio area. If they get some more budget sometime, they can build something nice out there. Not really enough space for a pool. We're taking up a lot of the lot with the house here, but that's okay. So are there any other things we need to worry about in terms of outdoor stuff? No, we're just going to be going straight into it. So let's get a little door happening. I don't really know what sort of vibe we want to go for this home, but we'll figure it out. A lot of these are very, very modern front doors, almost every single one of them. I'm going to go for something maybe like this, kind of a little bit more traditional. Let's just, I guess, throw this in the middle for now. So we learned last time we definitely want to get everything laid out right away. So I'm thinking we're coming in the front door here, probably have a wall here. I'm going to move this a little bit over to the right. So what I think we're going to do is, obviously in the last one, we realized that we should just, kind of focus on splitting things first. I think probably something like this. Is that going to be big enough for a bedroom? Not really. Shoot. All of these people have really small homes so far, but it's going to be fine. We're going to be able to work around with. So I think what we're going to do, we basically need 3 bedrooms. There we go. Our controls and stuff are working now, so we can change the different snapping. What's a normal size bedroom? Like what is an average bedroom size? 100 to 200 square feet. So we're talking about like 10 by 10 to 10 by 20s. Standard bedrooms might measure around 10 by 12. Masters could be 14 by 16 or even larger. Okay, so 10 by 12. So we're going to take this thing out. See, I guess it's just the top down look. Like that does not look like a big room at all, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's not too bad. So we're going to have 10 by 12. Is this 22 here? This is 20. That's honestly pretty good. So we're going to have 2 smaller bedrooms, and honestly, the office could probably be a little bit smaller too. So I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to say, let's make the bedroom 10 by 12, and then the office is going to be 8 by 10 or whatever it was there. Just a little tiny office. So we're going to have that there. Then we're going to have the other part. How wide is the hallway supposed to be? Let's find that out too. 5 feet sounds pretty good to me. Average width of hallway between 36 and 48 inches. Minimum size of a hallway is 36. Some argue it should be at least 42 to feel more comfortable. Both can be supported. Just never go below 36 inches. We're learning new things here. This is fun. So we could do a 4-foot hallway if we wanted. Do we want to go 5 foot? I mean, 5 foot might be kind of wide. Maybe we go 4 and then we could move everything out a bit. We're going to do that 14 by 16 on the master bedroom here. And then that means, what was this here? This is going to end up being 6 feet. Yeah, so we can I take this guy out, and we're just going to make this a 4-foot hallway, I think. So we bring these two out by 2, and then we can bring this guy across here, and then across here. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got the office, the bedroom, master bedroom. I would think you would want the office next to the master bedroom, but honestly, this isn't bad. So yeah, I'm thinking we have the master, the bedroom, the office, the kitchen, the living room area. I'm going to move this guy over as much as we can. Perfect. So you kind of open up there. That opens up the space. This is already looking better. Then obviously we need bathrooms. I'm thinking a half bath here and then the full bath here, or maybe opposite. I guess you would probably want the full bath available to all the residents of the house. So maybe a full bath here off of the kitchen and living room and everything, and then this will be our half bath back here. Well, wait a second. This long hallway here is unneeded. Like we need to think about where we're putting doors. So let's just put the doors in right away, because I feel like this is where we got a little bit messed up last time. So we have, for that exterior door, it was just kind of the traditional wooden. So let's not do anything super modern or anything. We could just do a simple door. So if we have a door here that opens up into the office and opens against the wall, and then we've got a door here that opens up into the bedroom and opens against the wall, then I think we could probably, let's delete this and this, and let's have the master come up against this. That doesn't really make sense though, because you're not going to be able to get, like, you could come, I guess you could put a half bath here, have the master here. Wait a sec. Or that could even be the full bath at the end of the hallway. Put a half bath here for the, there we go. We might do that. Bro, architects are so freaking talented. So if we have, what's the size of a bathroom? Let me find out. Full bath. Obviously, we're going to have to put a tub and everything else in there. 40 to 60 square feet. Looking like 5 to 6 feet by 7 to 9 feet. So we're looking at 8 feet here. If we're just doing a half bath over there, we could go maybe 8 by 10. I'm going to go one more. We're going to go 11 by 7. Why can't I put that there? You can't put it against the door? That's unfortunate. Okay. So if we go from here, we're going to have 7 feet, 7 by 12 or 7 by 11? Probably 7 by 12. Is that going to be too big? And then this could be our little half bath over here. So let's just kind of feel this out. We'll put that there. And then if we have a 4-foot hallway, then this is going to be our master bedroom. It's going to be 13 feet by 14 feet, which actually lines up with what we were talking about earlier. Okay. At least we're starting to make a little bit more sense here. This seriously is such an... Oh, no, you're not going to be able to put a door there? Are you kidding me? How big does the door have to be? All right, so we're going to have to make the master bedroom one less, I guess. So we're going to put the door here so that it opens up against the wall. We're going to have a door here that opens up against the wall. Then we're going to want this partition here. I don't think we're going to be able to put that like that. We're going to want to go 7 feet. I really don't like that you can't put a wall all the way up against the door, but we're going to have 7, I guess by 13, it's going to be a slightly smaller master bedroom, but, you know, that works out. You do have your own bathroom at least. So we can go ahead. Let's configure this. This is going to be the parents' bedroom. This over here is going to be the children's bedroom. This guy right here is going to be our washroom. This over here is going to be our bathroom. Wait. I think I have that backwards. This one's going to be the bathroom because it's got a bath in it. You could see the little shower there. This is going to be the office. Should we flip-flop these guys? I guess we probably could flip-flop this. I would think does the master bedroom want to have the bathroom in it? It's just, with kids, technically it would be nice to have the bathroom here next to their room so you could, you know, give them a bath and take them in, put them to bed or whatever. Let's delete this and let's flip-flop these. Yeah, it says the parents' bedroom and bathroom must be next to each other. So we're going to put this guy here. This is going to be 5 by 7 feet. That should be fine. And then this is going to be a bigger bathroom back here. Move that there. Beautiful. And then, or actually probably move it here because you're going to want all the components, all the plumbing and stuff to be on one side. So this is actually going to be configured as the washroom. And then this guy is going to be the bathroom. Okay, so let's see. There you go. Now, I don't think it lets you do open concept in this game. At least I haven't seen it yet. I don't know what the size of a kitchen is, but I'm going to say like maybe 10 foot by 10 foot or so. 10 foot by 13 foot. Looking up average size of kitchen. Let's see, 225 square feet. This example is 8 by 12. So this actually works pretty good. That's a slightly larger kitchen there. And then I guess this could be kind of a dining area over here. This could be our living room. Technically, they aren't asking for a dining area. So we're going to say this is going to be the kitchen. And this is going to be the living room. Which means that we should have everything that they wanted connected. We also have to get the playhouse outside. But all right, so pretty good setup there. I definitely think for like flow and look and everything, it's a bit better. We need doors on these. Let's just put these basic doors. Do we want probably straight across just for, I mean, it's weird to have it there. Do we want it here? I guess we're gonna want it here. Maybe. I don't know. It's just kind of a hodgepodge of doors here at the end of the hallway, but I guess that makes sense. You can walk through straight to the bathroom or whatever else. Kitchen's going to be here. I accidentally deleted one of the walls. Let's go ahead and run this partition back here, and then I'm going to say door to the kitchen. Make sure this is a straight 90 degrees there. Door to the kitchen, I guess, just kind of in the front. I like open concept, so we need to figure out how we can finagle that, because I don't like having everything walled off. Like for this wall, move wall, replace curvature. You can replace it with a railing. You can do other walls, but I'm not sure you can move it. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm not sure that you can just like tell it like, hey, because the game wants certain specific rooms. I'm not sure you can tell it like, hey, don't make this visible, because like I feel like this kitchen could be open to the living room and stuff, but it's fine. So we have everything they need there. So I say we start with our smallest room first. We're going to be looking at the washroom. I do see, or yeah, washroom. We just need a toilet and a sink in here, as well as some painting. Wait. Oh, that's kitchen there. Oh, we pinned it. Okay, so we're just looking for a toilet here. So basic toilet, how do we want? I mean, probably vanity on this wall. Let's go ahead and rotate this guy. We're gonna get him here. I don't think we could turn off snapping. So we could just kind of put him here-ish, and then we're gonna do a little vanity. Oh, that's an interesting toilet there. Let's just do like a little basic vanity right here, and that is gonna be pretty good. Maybe center this a little bit better. Get this a little bit over. Get this guy a little bit over. Perfect. I say we place all the furniture, and then we can go into furnishings, maybe. You probably should do opposite. I know they've got some things like they want, in the living room, they want parquet as the finish. I guess that's the only thing they've got some specifics on, so we can kind of try to work off that. So I guess we start with the living room, and we can go into our finishing work. So for flooring, we're going to want parquet. They want some wood floors, so we can work with wood floors throughout. Is that going to be a little bit too bright there? We want something a little bit different. Maybe darker. No, I don't like that. I might go with a really clean white here. I don't mind that at all. Now, do you want to run that through? I got to be honest, bro. I'm not even sure. I don't know what traditional is. I mean, I've lived in the same house for 10 years here. If you have wood parquet flooring in the living room, should you continue that into the kitchen, bathroom, and bedrooms? ChatGPT says bedrooms are, yes, usually a good idea. Kitchen is maybe with caveats. Water spills and drop dishes, heavy foot traffic are a little bit questionable, and then bathrooms usually not recommended. Okay, so let's run this into the office and the bedrooms. Bathrooms are going to be a little bit different. Is this too light of a color? I don't think it's too bad. And then I guess we'll go with tile in the kitchen, and we could go tile in the bathrooms. Do we just want white tile? Do we want to keep this super white and clean? Maybe something a little bit spunky in the bathrooms. I mean, honestly, that's kind of a fun kitchen style too, like a blue kitchen here. I don't know how well that works. Honestly, what we need to do, and it'd be fun because we could learn about styles and things. We could try to do it for this one. We should pick like a style, and I should get some ideas before we get into it, because I feel like putting the different materials and things together are, obviously the design side is one of the hardest things. So like, I want to make sure everything flows together and makes sense. It's easy to lean into modern, and honestly, a lot of the options in this game are very, very modern looking, but we should try I'm going to try to find like a generic, like a Victorian, or, we're not going to do Victorian, but I'm going to choose like a style, and then we're going to try to make it work with that. I just feel like this is too white here. Let's see. The hexagons are kind of cool. I want to pick the right wood color in here first. Maybe that's kind of interesting. I want something warm, but not too whitewashed. You know what I mean? This is nice. I like that. So let's run that through the bedrooms and all the house. Okay, that's good. Kitchen. I don't know if pop of color on the tile is the move. What all options? We've got ooh. See, like a stone kitchen could be kind of cool. I don't want to go too modern. There are some really interesting options here. So we've got parquet, we've got ceramic tiles, we've got carpets. Obviously not going to be going carpet. We could go with something white like that for the kitchen. It just depends on what we want to put on the walls. I actually really like that granite black. I think we do that in the master bathroom, and then in the guest bath, we can keep it kind of basic. That makes sense there. So we've got a bit of a setup happening here. Now we're going to have to take a look at walls. So let's put some walls up here. We want the interior walls. Probably something, this is a young family. He came into town mainly for work. We're probably going to want something pretty basic. We don't want roofing. Kind of like ooh, that's a little bit darker than I wanted. Something a little bit lighter, something airy, do something like that maybe. Let's keep the kitchen nice and white, I think. Keep that looking good. The bedrooms we can kind of start to have a little fun with. So we've got this dark tile in here. We could go with like a dark gray and then maybe like a pop of green in here. So let's see. We do have wallpapers too that we need to think about. What does taupe look like? That's going to be pretty dark. Do we have more of like a gray? Yeah, we're going to go with a gray. Let's do ooh, I don't want that. I want a gray. Silver. Everything looks so different in the light. You know what I mean? Light gray. That's what we're looking for. Okay, that works for me. So we're going to go light gray all throughout. And then I say we go with kind of like a green, a dark forest green accent on one of them. Could be kind of cool. So that's that bathroom. We've got this guy over here. This is probably going to be a bit more traditional. I do feel like that tile's not very nice. So let's see if we could do something else about the tile. We could try to do something fun with it. Maybe like the blue, and then we could do a pop of blue on the walls. So let's go maybe more traditional white in the bathroom to start. And then let's do a medium blue on the wall. Is kind of nice. Should probably continue the master bedroom. Should we continue that with a light gray? We'll kind of see how that works out. We could adjust that later. The office, we're definitely going to want to go darker, moodier. So maybe like do we want to go all the way black? Could be kind of interesting. And then the kids' room, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Did it tell us? We just want a kids' bed, double bed. I'm going to go with like a light blue maybe. Could be kind of interesting. Kind of matches the bathroom. Not quite the same tone there, but can be kind of nice. Maybe we'll throw some, we could check out wallpaper. Let's see what we've got for wallpaper. You could go with some on each side there. Hopefully it's a baby boy. Do we want both or just one? Probably just one. So we'll put the light blue back on that. Okay. So you got a blue room. We got a dark office. We've got kind of a moody master bedroom with a cool bathroom. This kind of matches here. This is all coming together pretty nicely. I will say our window choices were atrocious in the last episode, so we need to be, more thoughtful with that, but this is looking pretty good so far. So let's go into some more furnishing here. Let's see what we need for the bathroom. Now we do have a problem. It's saying that it needs to be near the parents' bedroom. It's literally next to it. Like if we back out here, this is the parents' bedroom. Do I have to redo this? Parents' bedroom, confirmed. And then we have this here. No, I don't want to move the wall. I want to move the entire room. This is the bathroom. They are literally next to each other, and they're connected by a door. You can see the door here. So I don't understand. They must be near each other. What do you mean they must be near each other? They're literally as close as they can get. So hopefully we're going to be okay there. We'll see what happens. So here in the bathroom, we are going to want a bath and shower as well as wash basins. Obviously, the shower is going to be going against this back wall back here. So let's see what we've got going on for furnishing. Ooh, there's a little shower with a seat here. That's kind of fun. And it looks like we could have made this one more foot over and it might like it a little bit better. Or we could just put the tub anywhere we want. I'm going to put a tub there. I don't know how old the kid is, but you know, would make sense to potentially have a tub situation. Let's go in. I think we can just straight up move walls, right? So if we move this, not going to be able to move it 1 foot over. Okay. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be near each other. They are near each other. Okay. So we've got this here. We could put a couple of vanities next to each other. So you've got a little double vanity situation. I don't know where you're going to fit a toilet in here. I guess we could go single vanity and then put a toilet. Technically, I don't think it needs a toilet in here, though, because this is a bathroom. It's not a washroom, which is weird to me. I don't understand how they're choosing what they do there, but we can just put those there, I guess. But it's not asking for it, so I guess that's where we could potentially save some money, you know what I mean? Like, it's saying that this thing is pretty much done. So we're not going to give them anything more than they asked for. We're going to have a little basin in there. We're going to have a little thing. I mean, they could have something a little bit nicer than this, I would think. Let me see. Let's throw... Like, I like this little double feature here. Let's get this guy set up. Have it next to the door. Perfect. Okay. At least they've got that. Parents' bedroom. We're going to want a double bed in there. So let's take a look at bedrooms. We've got double beds. Maybe something like this, and you can configure it. So we're going to go... I mean, we could go with kind of a natural setup here, I guess, is kind of the vibe that they have going on. So we're going to have this on this wall back here. You're going to have space for nightstands and stuff. Again, that's not my problem. I would put them there, but we're trying to make money. We're not trying to lose money. We could, you know, hang a TV on the wall here, and that's a pretty solid bedroom. We've got the kids' bedroom over here. Obviously going to need a kids' bed. So let's see what kind of kids' beds we have going on. Maybe a little double bunk bed is kind of cool. Should we configure that? Can we go with a white? Yeah, that looks nice. So I'm going to put this... I'm thinking you walk in, we're definitely going to have a window on this wall. Maybe have it here. There's barely enough room for it. And our little stairway is lined up against the door. But that's actually really nice. I like that there. Okay. Oh, we actually need 2 kids' beds. Shoot. Okay. That's going to make things a little bit tougher. We probably don't want to use this then. So let's see. What's the smallest profile? Is probably this. And we should probably change up the vibe here. We could go with the kids' bed with rails, and we could have one on maybe each side of the room, or maybe have them like that. How would you set up 2 kids' beds in this small of a room? I feel like it doesn't make sense to have the ones that, but well, there's not going to be any space for anything in here, dude. I'm going to go 2 race car beds because at least that's sick. So we're going to put, I mean, would you put them both against the wall there? That kind of makes sense. You could have a little thing, maybe a little desk for them to share. You could have like a toy box and a dresser and stuff over here. I guess that makes the most sense. Office, we are going to be going with a desk and a chair. So, I mean, I don't think we're going to be going gaming desk or anything. Let's go with something like this. This is moody. I like this here. Let's go ahead and turn the snapping off. Get this guy nice and set up. You should be able to put it directly 90 at least. That's a little bit too big for this room, actually. We're going to need something a little bit smaller. I'm feeling kind of executive here. You know what I mean? So we've got the wood desk facing the door there. It's not perfectly aligned, which is going to drive me insane, but you can't. If you snap, you can snap it against the wall here. I guess we could go corner desk. I'm going to go corner desk. So we'll put a corner desk here. We can put a little office chair in there. Is it going to let me put that there? It's not going to let me slide the office chair under. This is, move it out from the wall a little bit. Bam, there you go. Now let's put, I actually like this one a little bit better. We get this guy here. Beautiful. Angle him a little bit just to make it look lived in. Beautiful. So we've got that there so he can come in, walk around, do his thing. You can face the doorway. Technically in my office, I'm not facing the doorway, but I think that's like a mental thing. You want to be able to see entry and exit points. You could have a little, you know, bookshelf and a whatever it's called over here. Kind of nice. Like a chair, a reading chair, reading nook, something like that. Okay, so we've got all those there. For the kitchen, what are we going to be looking at? So we want a sink, a cooktop, and an oven, and base units. We should probably put windows in. Let's put windows in and see where that stuff's going to be going first. windows. Small windows, medium windows, large windows, very large. I mean, this is kind of a traditional house, so I think I'm going to be going something like this. Probably white windows. And let's just set these up not like an absolute heathen, you know what I mean? Let's have a window in the middle of the office here. We can zoom in a little bit just to see it a little bit better. We're going to have a window in the middle of this. We're going to have a window on this side in between the two beds. Probably have a window in the bathroom. We might change that, though. Definitely going to have a window in the master bedroom. Put that there. This bathroom, maybe, maybe not. We'll have at least one window on this side. Do you just, like, put windows really evenly all throughout, or what's the play here? I guess we could put one here, and then maybe something a little bit more fun in the middle, and then probably a window in the kitchen as well. I was thinking this was the bathroom, but this is the kitchen. Let's put these up and see how silly this looks. Yeah, see, that looks much more normal, Trev. Let me see. Do we have any long... Can we rotate these? No, not like that. I was going to go long and skinny horizontally for the bathroom. I guess something like this, I feel like, makes a good bathroom window. So let me put these back up, and then we're going to want to raise this. Put this up. Maybe a little bit down. There you go. Maybe something like that. Maybe get this centered with the sink so you've got some natural light coming in there. I would say probably the same thing on this bathroom, but we're just going to want a smaller window, really, really small. Probably something like this, and then let's raise this up again to be in line with this guy. Try to get it as nice as we can. Get this nice and centered. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so oh shoot, hold on. We're gonna change the configuration on these. We're gonna go white on the windows. There you go. Really nice that you could change that afterwards. Okay. Just simple white windows. We're not going crazy with the design on this thing. We're just going to try to make some money, like I said. So we've got all that there. Now we know we're going to want to put a sink behind this and stuff. So let's go into our whatever, the decorating or the furnishing. We're going to be going into kitchen. This is dining. Where's kitchen? Kitchen's going to be right here with the oven. Okay. So we want, in the kitchen, we're going to want a sink, a cooktop, and an oven and base units. Again, going to be going super basic here. I guess something like this looks pretty good. So let's just get a sink along this wall. I gotta be honest, man, this is a weirdly laid out kitchen. I wish it was long ways instead of vertical, because I feel like I like the sink underneath the window, but I feel like that doesn't make sense in this situation. So we're gonna put the sink over here. I say we have sink, and then we're obviously gonna have some storage and things. We could probably put the big boy storage. Let's actually, hold on. Let's delete this. Let's put the big boy storage along the wall. Then we can have the sink next to that. We can have a singular next to that. We could have, do we want a cooktop or do we just want an oven? I guess we'll put this here. That's a range. Does that cover what they were asking for? Yeah, cooktop / oven base units. Okay. So technically we've got what we needed there. That's what we came to do right there. Would obviously like to center that if we could, but then you could put kind of a fridge and some more stuff over here. So I guess this is going to be a bit more of like a galley kitchen. I mean, that's what's weird. I'm wondering if we're going to get more jobs in the future. I guess there is no fridge. Well, there's got to be fridge. That's in decorating, isn't it? If you go into kitchen decorating, you're going to be able to put fridges and tall units and things. Really wish this could fit right here. We're missing just a little bit there, but it's okay. All right. Like I said, I mean, I really want to make stuff look good. We'll see how we're looking in the budget when we're done with the requirements, and then we can look at adding extras, because I think that customer feedback and reviews are going to be important too. But I just want to make sure that we're not losing money. So technically that thing is all good to go. Technically we just need to do the living room as well as the playhouse, and obviously heating and cooling in all these rooms. So this is going to be the living room. This is going to be the dining room, even though it's not asking for a dining room. I'm hoping we get more intense projects in the future, but let's go in. Let's take a look at living room furniture. That's office, living room. We're going to put a couch in here. I mean, potentially something kind of fun, or do we not want to go too crazy? We might want to go a little bit basic to start. I like a little sectional situation, maybe a little blue sectional just to give it a pop of color. So we can have this along the thing as you walk in. Obviously TV and entertainment center and stuff all in front of us here. You should be able, I guess that works. If you put it, well, Then it kind of, well, let's place it down and then we can move it. You should be able to get stuff on 90 degrees without the snap thing, you know, being too crazy. But yeah, that works right there. So we've got that in the living room. We're also going to need a coffee table. So we can go with something fairly simple. There's a lot of options here that are a little bit weird. Maybe something like this, a little circular action, woods and things. That's a little bit too big. Let's see what we've got here. Maybe something like this. Turn snapping off. Rotate this some. Bam. Something like that. Okay, so technically all of that is done. We need the playhouse in the backyard. I guess we do need a way to get out back there, right? So if we go into this and take a look at doors, can we do sliding doors? French doors? Beautiful. So we're going to go with this. Let's keep this white scheme. We could put some French doors right here that go out to the back area. I like that. I don't know how... Exterior playhouse. I don't know how to do that. Oh, just kidding. I might have found it. Okay. Exterior games, playhouse. So we're going to set up a playhouse over here. This would be the fun part, but I think we set that up, you know, kind of like this, and this is going to be a big play area. So $875 there, looking good. See, this is where I want to buy them swing sets and stuff, but the game kind of encourages you not to do, like, I feel like they need a sandbox, bro. I'm going to give them a sandbox. Come on now. They're going to live out their dreams out here. So they got a playhouse and a sandbox. And I wish I could get those two to line up nicely. I guess if we turn snapping on, there you go. Okay, playhouse and a sandbox and maybe like some plants and stuff through there. I don't know. We'll see. So technically, I think we're in good shape here. Oh, we do have to get the heating. So I'm going to put a fireplace out, and we got to look at the square footage here. Looks like a lot of them are the same. Ooh, see, fireplaces are really expensive though. This is $3,500 for 592 square feet. We can get 539 for 1,200 bucks with this large heater. So I think we might go with a large contemporary heater. We're going to put this, we'll put one, this only affects 2 rooms. So do we want smaller heaters? I'm going to try a fireplace because I like the idea of the fireplace. I'm going to put this guy right here in between the 2 windows. I'm hoping, okay, so that takes care of most of the rooms. We just have something back here. So can we put like a smaller heater in the bathroom? If we put that guy there, it's, what does that take care of though? I guess that takes care of bathroom and bedroom. So we can put this here, and then I guess if we get one here, will that get the kids' room as well? Okay, perfect. So all of those are all good to go. Everything except the children's bedroom. I thought that's what this one was doing. Is that one not? I guess we could just put it over here. Okay. Try to save money. Obviously, you don't really want a heater in a kid's bedroom if you can't, you know. I feel like it's weird that you need the actual physical heaters in each room. Like, why is there not? There's floor heaters. There's nothing you can have like an actual HVAC system through your house where your heaters can run and heat things up in like a garage or something and then have that come out through your ceiling. Like, you have to have physical things next to each room is kind of an interesting option here. But okay, so the only thing left in terms of finishing is this, and I don't know what to say about this. I'm gonna delete this door. I'm gonna delete this wall. I'm gonna delete, oh nope, don't want to delete the entire room. I'm gonna delete this. Nope. Okay, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna delete that. So this is all one room here, I guess. Okay, we could just take that. And then I'm going to try to put in a new wall here. This isn't making sense why it won't let me change these. Or like, you know, not making a whole lot of sense here, but why it's saying that these 2 rooms aren't next to each other. So this is going to be the bathroom. I don't understand why it's saying that these are not next to each other, because they are. We get this guy centered because that's going to drive me a little bit insane. So we're going to go into furnishing or finishing work, whatever it was. We'll put this here. Yeah, I'm really frustrated with this, but it's fine. I guess it is what it is. I don't remember what we put for the paint and things here. I'm going to go for dark gray on all the walls. And then I think we had the forest green on this wall, I guess. Ain't that there? Okay. We're just going to call that a day, I guess. Hopefully it's going to let us finish this if we don't do all that. So let me see. In terms of finishing, we've got rooms without ceilings. Roof is missing. Finishings are missing. Okay, I think we have an issue. Somehow I deleted the ceilings. It's telling me that we have rooms without ceilings. I remember I had accidentally gone up to the second level here. You can change your levels of the home. Obviously, we've got a single story here. I know how to delete ceilings. You just click on it and delete it like that. I don't know how to put ceilings back. I don't know what to do. So structural work, we have walls, railings, tiles. I was trying to do floor tiles, like concrete slab floor tiles. We could try this and put this across here, but it doesn't let you actually... does that count as a ceiling? Just give me a floor slab all over the entire thing. Now the structure has too many levels, so we don't want that. Oh, now we have ceilings though, it looks like. So hold on. Does that take care of it? Room's not accessible, roof missing, finishing's missing. Okay, I think we've got actual ceilings now, so that's good. That fixed our number one problem. We've got 10 out of 10 windows. What we're missing this, which is really frustrating me now. It's saying that this bathroom isn't heated somehow, so if it's not heated, let me delete. I feel like this isn't... Oh, well, technically, it doesn't have a door on here now because we've been messing around. Dude, this part you guys don't really care about, but I'm just having a hard time. The game is not being nice to me. I don't know how to tell this thing that it's near the parents' bedroom because I don't think it's going to let us finish this, bro. I'm going to freak out. I tried putting a second door here. Obviously, that doesn't make sense, but it is next to the parents' bedroom. I don't know what else you want me to do. If we zoom out, parents' bedroom, unnamed. We're going to rename this. Again, we deleted it so many times. This is the bathroom. They must be near each other. They're literally split by a single wall. Hold on. I'm going to save and we're going to not restart. We're going to save. We're going to quit. We're going to come back. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to do, dude. This isn't making any sense. Let's move this door, and then we can just move this entire wall. Let's move this guy. Let's move it this way. It's not letting me move it. Why can't I move the wall? There we go. Are you happier with that? It's still saying that they're not next to each other. If I change this to the bathroom, will it say that they're next to each other? No. I'm wondering if the doors have to be next to each other. Hold on. If I put this, because technically... You can see like these flow of doors. Like when I move this around, you can see what's close to each other and what's not. I'm wondering if it doesn't like, if this door is there, it's still not working. Let's just put a roof on this joint, bro. All right, we're going to go traditional gabled roof, just an automatic roof. Do we have to go up a level? Shoot, now some of these don't have a ceiling on them. So I'm going to try what we did before. We're going to put that concrete slab flooring. It's not going to like it for a second because it's going to have 2 levels. So we'll put that there, but then we'll undo it. So we've got a roof now, or a ceiling for each room. Now we can go traditional gabled roof. I'm just going to do automatic. But why would you do that? Should we do a manual gabled roof? Or are we just going to go all the way across like that? There you go. A manual gabled roof. I love it. We've got like the blue tarp on there and everything, bro. I'm going to be so sad when we're not going to be able to finish this because the freaking thing. Okay. So we've got that there. Obviously, we're going to have to change some of our roofing. At least we've got a little bit of progress happening here. It's crazy that the only options we have for roofing are terracotta, slate. Oh, I guess that's just kind of shingles, isn't it? That looks like shingles there. Okay. So we've got that. And then I say for the outside of the house, let's not get too absolutely crazy. We could go with, you know, kind of like a cream paint. Is it going to let me paint the outside or should we go brick? It's not letting me paint the outside. Okay, bro. It will let me... Oh, because we're on... Duh. You got to go down there. Okay, beautiful. Can we put everything... All walls, no walls on level. We'll just do all walls. Okay, do we just want to go white? How do we feel about that? Like if we go white all the way around, let's go up, take a look at it. I mean, it's kind of boring. Do we want to go with something a little... You know, maybe like a pastel blue? Hold on. Let me try this. That's a little bit better. Maybe not that blue. Do we want like a little bit more of a sand? I mean, you're not going to get too crazy. Do we want like a nude warm? Yeah, maybe something like that. So let's go back down. Let's paint the entire thing. And that is going to be just kind of like a generic house here. I guess we probably could change the front door. Do we want white windows on the front door? Edit our configuration. We can go white there. Looks good. Okay, so that, my friends, is going to be the exterior of the home. So really plain Jane basic, not getting too crazy out there. On the inside, it does look a little bit better. Let's take a look at our budget and see how we're doing here. So we are officially over budget. We might make an $8,500 profit here. So I think from square footage, we need to be a little bit more careful about that. Exterior, we did give them, I mean, we didn't do much on the exterior. We gave them an extra sandbox for $300. I don't understand how we went over on that. Finishing work, we chose some nice finishes. Structural work, you know, we put a lot into this. I am a little sad because I think we're going to get deducted because it's still saying that we don't have heating in the bedroom or I mean, we can at least get heating in there, right? Let's try heating again. This isn't making sense why it's acting like this. I'm just going to put a big contemporary heater here. Is that going to get both of these rooms? No, it's not. So let's just do one heater under the window. We're going to put another heater back over here. So both of those rooms have heat. Heating has been finished. I don't understand what I can do about this. It doesn't make any sense. This is the parents' bedroom. This is the bathroom. It's saying that these need to be near each other, and they are. There's a direct walkway there. Like if I move this, that will give us a walkway there. It's still telling us that it's not there. So I'm going to keep the door here because it makes more sense. I don't know why that is how it is, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I do feel like we need a slightly better looking front door here. Let's change the configuration on this. I guess brown isn't bad. Yeah, let's go with the brown there. Okay. So it's a pretty good looking house. Really nothing crazy. We need to get a little interesting with kind of some of the layouts and maybe do like a 2-tiered design or something at some point. But this is about your most basic 3-2 house you could possibly have here. I'm really not upset at it. I wish we could do a little bit more landscaping and stuff, but unfortunately, for budget purposes, we want to get in the black. So let's see what happens if we just end it here. I'm curious. So we're going to end. If you finished the design of your building, yes, I have. We do have an extra 100 square feet. So that's where some of our extra budget's coming from. We're at 65 out of 120. Let's just go ahead and confirm it. Let's see what we've got going on. So now we're going to have to go through and actually pay people to come do it, though. So we've got structural work, we've got finishing work, and we've got exterior. I'm going to say let's go 4-star, 4-star, 3.5 star. Confirm these contractors. Sounds good. We don't really have much going on outside. So let's just try to put this thing. Oh, this isn't. I wish it would show you the neighborhood beforehand because these are all super modern houses out here. And we've got a little bit more like traditional Midwestern, you know, 3-2 kind of normal house. But it is what it is. Uh-oh. Work site legal issue. One of our best workers just got taken away by the police. I don't know what he did, but he'll be gone for a while. Replace him quickly for $7,000 or add 13 days, which is going to put us over delivery. I'm just going to have to pay the money on it, dude. Holy cow. We're going to be so screwed. So structures and the furnishings are happening here, and then we're going to start getting into the... Oh, gosh. There's a worksite riot. Some of our workers have joined today's protest and may well be for a good cause, but we're now short on personnel. I'm going to add the 2 days. We're still within the delivery window of 300 days, but we are backed up against that thing. If anything else goes wrong, we are going to be in a world of hurt. Ooh, I like this one over here. See, it'll be fun to build something with like weird angled roofs and stuff. We might try that out in the next one, but it looks like unless we have something go wrong right at the finish line, it looks like we were able to keep it under budget and get it done, baby. Go ahead and clean it up. Gave him a little bit extra in that thing. Construction finished. We can visit via our little site visit thing. See what we've got going on here. So you got a little fireplace, little dining room. Again, I wish we could just take down this wall and this whole kitchen would be kind of open to everything. That would be nice. It's a very small home, but it's going to work. This is your little office here. Beautiful. This is going to be our kids' bedroom. Love that. Little racing beds. We've got a little bathroom here. I really wish that door opened up the other way, but we're just trying to make room for what we've got. And then we've got the master bedroom and master bathroom that are definitely not next to each other. I have no idea what's happening there, but I do like... Ooh, you can see the neighbors over there. They can see us taking a shower. What up, Miss Smith? How you doing? So, yeah, pretty good looking house here. Pretty bare bones. I was trying to keep it fairly bare, but to be honest, the doing the little intricacies and little decorating and things like that is the best part of these games. So, in the future one, I think we'll probably focus more on that. And even if we have to, like, I don't know, I'll find out how I can add more money or something. Like, I would like to be able to decorate and still be able to make money if we can figure out that. But worst case scenario, I think we just focus on decorating. If we go broke and we have to mod in some money or something, we totally can. So clients are happy with our work. The project was a success. Even with our 10% discount perk, we got a new perk there. We still just... I'm curious what the profit and loss is going to be. We still lost money. No, it's this one. We lost even more money, dude. How is this? How are you supposed to survive out here? I don't understand. But I'm happy with how it went. You know, we've got a sandbox and a treehouse out here, and ultimately that's what matters. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is fun. I definitely want some more varied options. Building a little boring 1.5 is not great. I also think we really need to focus more on the interior design. I wish we would have just said F it and done more, because we just, let's just have fun with it. Let's not worry about the, listening to the budget. We're here for our customers' sake, not our own. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to see you guys in the next one if you guys want more. This one's fun. I wouldn't say it's my favorite house design game ever, but I feel like if we get deeper into some crazier builds and stuff, it could get really good. So I wonder what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.